The truck engine cut off, leaving the mountain air to swallow everything. Fog crept down from the ridge, curling around the rusted gates ahead. The sign above the arch read Hollow Hill Cemetery. Letters flaking, one side bent, swinging with a sound like old breath. The headlights dimmed. Darkness settled fast. I killed the ignition. For a moment, the silence pressed so hard it made the ears ring. Somewhere far down the valley, a dog barked once and didn't bark again. The clipboard on the passenger seat read, Maintenance Report, North Section Collapse. One job, check the ground, log the coordinates. No heroics. I reached for the box behind the seat. Lantern, spade, gloves, municipal badge. Rain had left mud caked on everything. When I pushed the truck door open, the hinges shrieked like something alive. The cold hit in a wave. Wet iron, moss, old smoke. The gate was chained, but the lock had rotted through. One push, and the metal screeched open. The echo went deep, bouncing through rows of unseen stones. Then nothing, just the slow drip of water somewhere in the dark. Lantern on, the flame fought against the fog, carving a dim golden bubble. The path wound uphill. Weeds clung to the edges. The names on the first few stones were unreadable, their faces eaten by rain and time. Some leaned, some had sunk halfway into the soil. Halfway up the slope, a crow lifted off a branch with a hoarse sound. Its wings cut through the silence like cloth tearing. The path ended where the ground began to tilt downward again, north side. The collapsed area. The soil looked churned, wet, and uneven. The earth had caved in around one grave marker, tilted forward, half buried. The name was gone, the date faint. 1913. Kneeling beside it, I pressed my hand to the dirt. Warm. Not damp, warm. The shovel bit into the mud easily, too easily. The soil fell away in heavy clumps, revealing rotted wood beneath. A coffin lid split across the middle, lantern closer. The inside shimmered dark, almost liquid. A smell rose. A sharp, metallic sting, thick as rusted blood. Something inside the wood crackled, a shifting noise. I froze. The sound came again, wet, stretching, then silence. The flame flickered. The air felt crowded, as if something else had entered it. I turned the light upward, fog pressed close on every side, dense enough to make the world feel smaller. From somewhere deep under the soil came a breath. Long, steady, like air through a hollow reed. The flame hissed. I stepped back. The earth at my feet quivered, then stilled. Behind me, movement, a figure tall and still, standing among the stones. Lantern up. The light didn't reach that far, only a shape. Shoulders, a coat, something glinting near the hand. Hey! No answer. The figure didn't move. The fog slid between us, and it was gone. A sound broke the silence. A bell. Faint, distant, dull. One slow toll that rolled down the hill and died. The lantern trembled in my hand. The flame inside drew back, as if afraid of its own light. The path to the caretaker's hut appeared through the fog. I hadn't noticed it before. A small square outline at the base of the hill, half swallowed by vines. The door was hanging loose. When I pushed it, it gave with a groan. Inside smelled of mold and burned oil. Shelves lined with broken jars, a table with a half-empty bottle, a lantern with no glass. Cobwebs trembled in the corners. On the table, a book, thick, leather-bound, damp. The first page was almost black with water stains. The ink had run, but a single phrase still showed through, written again and again. The The soil remembers. Wind shoved at the door. It slammed shut, throwing dust through the air. The lantern guttered. Outside again, the fog had thickened. The stones looked closer than before, leaning in. Every gap between them filled with a soft gray pulse. The air was moving wrong, warm where it should have been cold. Ahead, faint light. Not moonlight. Too low, too steady. A glow from beneath the ground. I followed it. Each step sank deeper. The mud began to stick, pulling at the boots. The smell was worse now. Wet copper, earth, rot. The glow led to a stone crypt half collapsed into the slope. Its iron door hung by one hinge. On the arch above, carved words almost worn away. To the roots we return. The glow came from inside. The lantern's flame thinned to a hairline as I stepped closer. My reflection shivered across the metal door. My own shadow stretched long behind me, then broke, split into several. The door creaked wider, slow as breathing. Inside, the air pulsed warm, damp, and thick. The walls were covered in tangled roots. Real ones, still wet, still alive. They moved faintly, curling around shelves built into the stone. Each shelf held glass jars, hundreds of them. Inside every jar, something pale, floating in cloudy fluid, bone fragments, teeth, fingers, tiny shapes. The ground in the center bulged, not from stone, from earth. A hole about a meter wide sat open, and from it rose the glow. It wasn't fire. It wasn't electric. It was as if the soil itself gave off light. I knelt beside it, holding the lantern over the edge. The glow deepened, turning red beneath the flame. A sound rose up, low, rhythmic, almost like a heartbeat underfoot. The walls shifted. The roots tightened. The jars began to vibrate, tapping against the stone like teeth chattering. The air thickened. A hiss grew beneath everything else, turning into a voice that wasn't one voice. A whisper, thousands of them, words drawn through dirt. We are still here. The hole's light flared. Something inside moved. A ripple, then a shape, a hand pushing upward through the soil. The fingers were gray, slick, half-transparent. They reached the surface, then stopped. The heartbeat quickened. The roots on the ceiling uncoiled, lowering toward the hole, twitching like living tendons. I stumbled backward. The lantern fell, the flame rolling across the floor before dying. Only the red glow remained. The roots reached down, curling around the hand, pulling it higher. An arm, then a shoulder. The soil cracked open, releasing a wet, dragging sound. And then, silence. A head rose, covered in mud and roots. No eyes, no mouth, but a face. My own face. The glow pulsed once, brighter. The whisper turned into breath. You came back. The voice was mine. The air collapsed. The ground gave way. I fell through. Darkness swallowed everything. The drop wasn't long, but the impact forced breath from the lungs. I landed on cold, soft earth. The glow came from above now, fading. Around me, black tunnels led in every direction. From deep within them, a soft rustling. Not one thing, many, crawling, shifting, dragging. The tunnel floor pulsed under my palms. Warm again, I stood, unsteady. The light above vanished completely. The only sound left was that heartbeat, moving through the ground, stronger now. Something touched my ankle, cold and slick. Then it tightened. I tore free, stumbled back. My boot sank into something that gave way like flesh. Pulling it up left a smear of black liquid across the ground. The whisper started again, closer,